Hey folks, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at a Lego Minecraft set. This is the big one with 922 pieces. It's called The Mine. You can immediately see that this is more than just a simple building set intended to give you one thing to look at. This is a play set. This is intended to be used. It's intended to have figures placed all around it and hypothetical scenarios set up and battles waged and adventures trotted through. It's also intended to be reconfigured and changed to be the way that you want it to be. And we'll look at some of those features as we get into this. But first, let's just see the default build and how that works out. The most significant single feature of this set is the Minecart track. So you see you've got a Steve there. We'll look at the figures up close later on, but you've got a Steve here in a minecart, and he's able to actually travel around. There's this little elevated and angled section, and you can actually just let him go and he'll just slide on down there. Oh, look out for that zombie. You've got these little single stud tiles, little round tiles that allow this thing to turn. It can actually turn, and it's a pretty brilliant little layout. It's a little bit notchy. It's not the smoothest thing, but for the most part, your minecart can stay on the level and just turn around, go through turns. You've got that one little Y junction back there. And that's actually pretty nicely done over here because you can make them go in one direction and then you can make them back up. You kind of have to go around that one right there. That's the trickiest part. And then you can actually make them change directions completely. Now the cart right here, the secret to the cart is the use of two little stud pieces on the bottom. Just two 1x1 round plates that fit into those grooves. It's a one stud wide groove there, and it just works out really well. I'm really glad that they used this design. It allows kids to really just move the thing around as if it's on rails. It's not the best looking thing in turns, but it works well. The tracks are also made of components that are kind of modular in their design, so you can ultimately take these apart fairly easily because of the way that they're made to be just assembled together. And you can just change these up. This is just a generic straight section, so if you wanted to put this over here, see, that's still going to fit, it's still going to line up properly. You have your turn here. Of course, you have to make everything connect as you want, but it's nice the way they did that with a modular design, so you could easily customize without completely taking everything apart and completely rebuilding. Now you see kind of a suggestion of an interface between a lava lake down here and water. There are a couple of black bricks that represent naturally formed obsidian. They didn't fill all this in, kind of saves a little bit on the cost of bricks. You know, it just kind of gives you more of a suggestion. Would have looked much better if that was filled in. However, this is part of the modular track system, so each of these parts with the lava are actually identical and will fit together in different ways. The water actually is sourced from a waterfall over here, and this is really nice because it has a lot of 2x2 transparent dark blue bricks. They've also got the sloped pieces you can see put up on top there. They kind of go back and forth between the use of just a brick to represent a single Minecraft block as far as the scale is concerned, and using a brick plus a plate. If you use a brick plus a plate in Lego, that will make a perfectly square brick. The normal bricks by themselves are not square, so that's just a little interesting distinction there, but you can see a couple of the different scale uses were used here. The problem with using a plate in there also to make them all square is that it uses up a lot of pieces and would make it very expensive. So I feel like they've done a pretty good job throughout this thing of giving you realistic elements while also keeping the parts count down and making it not too difficult and time consuming and just boring to put the thing together, because you don't want to have to put a plate, a 2x2 plate on top of every single brick before placing it down. Over here you see some ores as well as some TNT blocks, and I'll actually take these out and let you see what each individual material type looks like in this set. But these are pretty cool. The TNT blocks are printed actually on the sides. And again, we'll look at those more closely. But this whole area right here, you notice the red knob right there. That's always an indication in Lego sets that you can do something there. Well, you've got 3 TNT blocks setup right here. One of them is a little bit loose, but a lot of these things are a little bit loose. The whole idea here is that you can actually push on that knob and it will just blast all that apart, like the TNT itself is breaking apart. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And you have to kind of push on it hard, but it's really just going to take off and just destroy this whole side. Oh man, total destruction. And I'll just gather up some of these pieces and use these later. But you see, it just creates a whole bunch of just debris left over. My single favorite thing in this set can be seen one level down, where they've got the kind of simulation of the use of vertically stacked fence pieces, wooden fence pieces, up against a wall where they've got the little bits that try to connect into the wall. They did that by using 1x1 bricks that have the little bar that sticks out on the side, and they kind of embed those bars partly into these grooved tall bricks, these five stud or 5 brick tall pieces that have grooves in them for garage doors. And it just works out just as good as it possibly could. Also notice a lot of use of that medium nougat color to represent the color of, I guess, oak wood would be the closest of what they're trying to go for, the most commonly seen type of wood. So you'll see that throughout this set, and you'll also see it in some other sets. They've also got a chest back there. It's got a couple pieces of bread in it, so you can find that and open it up. That's also in that nougat color. And up above, going up to the upper level, you see a little bridge going across here that's kind of a man-made or maybe old abandoned mine shaft generated part of just a little bridge going across. Up on the top, you get a couple of the simplest possible little, I guess they're supposed to be oak trees. And this is, again, intended to minimize the use of parts. So it's not the greatest looking thing. They're just trying to suggest kind of a little bit more at a distance, just to scale. That doesn't really work out. Maybe the most juvenile of trees it would kind of represent. But they attach these pieces, the kind of foliage pieces, on the side to encourage you to take them off, to actually harvest those pieces. Over on the opposite side, you get a slightly larger tree, and this one does use some transparent green bricks to give you just a little bit more of the sense of being able to see light through those blocks of leaves. Other recognizable elements from the real Minecraft world would be these ladders, which are very simple, just using Lego bar pieces that just kind of get that idea across pretty quickly and simply. And then you've got a little torch right here, a standard torch, which can be coal or charcoal. You've got a redstone torch represented here. This is a iron pickaxe up on the wall that you can grab from. And then there are some more torches around and some just mostly basic blocks around the whole thing. But let's take a look at the ores, just kind of take a little inventory of the ores. Oh, one more thing, a little small spider web in the corner there. There are 3 types of ores built in this set. Here you've got your redstone ore, and you can see that the mineral is able to be seen from all sides pretty equally. You've got a couple of diamond ores included with this one, and they're using 1x1 round plates in medium azure, which is a cool thing to see. And then you get just a couple of coal ore blocks here, which just use the little black pieces inside. They look pretty good though. In addition to those, you saw earlier TNT blocks. Well, here's what they look like on their own in the wild. It's 2 1x2 bricks that form the white sections, and those are printed. You see it's symmetrical both sides. So in total, you get 6 of these bricks. So if you want to kind of stretch things out a little bit, just put this on one side, add some of your own white 1x2s, and then you can end up making 6 of these things from this one set. The set includes 5 characters, and here are the first 4 of them. On the left, obviously, you have Steve there with iron armor on. You get a zombie, you get a skeleton with this bow, and you get 1 single creeper. To avoid being annoyingly repetitive, I will do a separate video that will cover all of the mobs and all of the characters like these that are in this entire first wave of LEGO minifig scale sets for Minecraft. And I'll show you the new unique parts up more closely, but this right now for this video is just going to show you what you get, and be sure to check out that separate video for more of the specific details. The set also includes a spider who was built as small as they could with 8 legs, and this is just great. It's such a cool little build, nicely done little choice of design elements there. And a new element, well, an existing element we've had before, the little T-shaped pneumatic piece, but it's given to us in black. And three of those pieces are included with this set. I know a lot of folks out there who build custom stuff will want to stock up on those parts for sure, so be looking for them on Bricklink. And this is just a printed animal head piece on the front. There's a quick look at just the head pieces themselves from all of the little characters included with this set. And while I've got Steve's head off, I do want to show you what it looks like underneath of here really quickly, in case you weren't aware of that. Just has a couple of 3 pixels up there on the top, otherwise completely standard all the way around. This is dark azure in color. Earlier I mentioned configurability, and I showed you a little bit of that with the modular track system, but there are bigger modules on the set as well. It's designed so that you can easily take this from being a vertical cross-section of a Minecraft world to flattening it out and making it all on the same level, and just changing how the whole thing is arranged, again, without having to take tiny little things apart and completely rebuild everything from scratch. The included manual also gives you specific instructions for reconfiguring and really rebuilding one little corner in a small way. Of course, it's Lego, so anytime you want, you can change anything. So with over 900 pieces, you know they had to put a lot of stuff in this set, and they really did. They've given us a lot of good building materials, and I'm really impressed by the modular building system and how they really encourage you and help you to even reconfigure the thing and customize it and make it yours. There are compromises made to the kind of pixel perfect scaling, and I think the compromises are good. I'm very glad that they didn't try to make the entire thing pixel perfect, because for the same set it would have had twice as many pieces almost and cost almost twice as much, and that just would have made it more inaccessible to more folks. So I'm happy with the compromises, I'm happy with the figures, and the whole way that they set up the Minecart track in this is just great. Please be sure to share your thoughts about this set down in the comments section, and also give the video a thumbs down or a thumbs up based upon what you think it deserves. And be sure to come back for more videos from the Minecraft series, as well as all other themes, because more videos from me are always on the way. Talk to you again soon.